Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome back to Super Mario 3D Land. Been a little bit since I recorded this as well, but I did record like 4 or 5 of these in a row, so that does make sense. So, we finished halfway through the game last time, I guess, because we finished World 4. We are going to take on World 5 now, and it shall be super good. At least that is the theory. So here we have our introduction, yes. Great English there. You can tell this is a bit later at night because I'm kind of just like derping all over the place in terms of speech and stuff. This is the introduction to the boomerang, which actually made its debut, I want to say elsewhere, because I don't remember it being unique to this game, but it does have its use here. You could see the thing at the top there, that's the star medal, is up there. So I think you can use the boomerang to get that if you so choose, like that, which is fine by me. Hopefully the audio balance is not off on this. I ended up increasing the game audio after the recent Monster Hunter ones have been a little bit too quiet, but I probably should have rechecked that. It's not too big a deal. Just so you can see what else is over here. If you want another boomerang, you can get it from the Boomerang Bros there. But there's not really a whole lot else to this area, so let's just keep on going up here. It's kind of a tower-based level, but at the same time it's not the same sort of tower-based thing as we had before. Which is honestly a good thing, because if it was, then we would end up getting bored of having the same thing all the time, right? This platform actually does tilt. Yeah, it's one of those ones that tilts up, but you can kind of double, you can do like a double wall kick thing to get up here, I'm pretty sure. Or you could just do a single wall kick, because apparently it's really not that high up. Okay, never mind, I was trying to be fancier than we actually needed to be. This is a form that has a tanuki tail, which is kind of weird. You can hit its tail, but it doesn't actually do anything to it, so yeah, it just, apologies for the spazzing of the camera there, it kind of just acts as a moving, like, platform of sorts, I guess. I think I've seen forms do that before, and they're kind of odd, but, like, I'm pretty sure that's just a ROM hack thing. So, now we have ourselves an arena type thing, where when you grab the coin in the middle, you have stuff to do here. We're going to keep that boomerang in play as long as possible, I think, because there's not really any reason to collect it when I have a tanuki in tow. And yeah, essentially we just have to survive this place, so that's what we are going to do. We are hopefully not going to get ourselves killed too much with that. These the mace balls will interact with each other, so keep that in mind as you go along this section. It is kind of a bit hairy if you don't, and you do need a boomerang if you want to grab the star medal here, so try and keep it in tow if possible. And that's pretty much it. This last section can get a bit scary because there's no way of running away from these things, especially when there are multiple, spike balls going around, but they're not too big of a deal, in all honesty. They can be cheesed fairly easily, so I wouldn't worry too much. Pokies, probably wouldn't worry too much about them either, because they aren't going to destroy your face unless you are careless. And I think we are supposed to aim for about here. The 3D's messing up on my side here, so it's kind of great, but I think maybe, yep, we aim for about there. I think you can aim a little bit lower if you want, but I aimed as high as I could to not risk it there. So yeah, that is 5-1. A bit more involved than most of the stages that we've had in this game so far, but it serves as a good introduction to using the boomerang, which is pretty swell. We've already done the whole visit previous world thing before, so we don't need to worry about that too much, but we do have another one of these sorts of 3D like cave things to deal with here. So These stages show up from time to time. They're not usually too bad, but you do have to keep in mind the perspective and stuff here. And the boomerang can help you out a fair bit if you choose to use it. So do keep that in mind. I actually had to redo this level for the gold flag on my previous file, so I know a little bit about how this one works out, but I don't know all of the details for it. I don't know, do you go this way? Yeah, that's for the midway flag, so we're going to go the other way because that will give us access to coins, I guess. I don't know. If you have a fire flower, you can get through here, but I don't actually remember where you get a fire flower in this stage. Well, not like that, that's for sure. You did end up here, that's fine. Yeah, I don't remember where you get the fire flower from. I guess you might get it later into the stage. I'm actually not going to take the midpoint yet as a result of that. The Tanuki's perfectly capable of dealing with your enemies here, so that is fine. And there is a mystery block here. Is this going to give us a fire flower? No, I don't know. No, it's going to give us a Tanuki, which is fine. But that isn't actually what I was looking for here. I guess there's not a star medal in that one, so it's weird, like, in this game, some of the mystery houses don't give you star medals, and that just seems bizarre to me. We may have to come back into the stage with a fire flower in order to get the secret. There was probably an invisible block or something that I missed for it, but that is where the second star medal is, so we will have to come back and get that. But right now I do not have a fire flower to deal with it, so too bad for me, I suppose. That's kind of where we are at. I don't actually know what the significance of this is. Seems a little bit out of place, but what can you do, eh? You can easily wait there to not take a hit, which is fine, and we are basically at the end of the stage. So I'm guessing there's either a fire flower that I missed, or this is one of those rare cases where you absolutely have to take an item in to the stage in order to get all the stuff, which would be a little bit out of character. So I reckon there's a fire flower in the stage, I just don't know where it is. So I'm going to take a quick look, but if I don't find one, then I will come back to this stage with one in a minute or two. Like, we'll do the other stage for this video, or maybe two stages, I don't know. We'll do the rest of the stuff here. Oh, you know what? It's probably in the middle of these two blocks at the start, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, that. I feel a little bit silly for that now, but hey, whatever. Let's just get this star medal. Alright, so to get through that door you need to light the torches. You actually can just light them from the underside, so that's fine. And it creates the Zelda sound, and you get some extra time, and the star medal, and that is the stage done. So yeah, neat little crossover aspect there, I guess. That was kind of incredibly stupid, but whatever. Doesn't matter, let's just speed on to the end of the stage. And there we go. So, I actually didn't expect that Spiny to follow me onto the platform there. That was kind of a neat interaction. A lot of times in these sorts of games you don't see that happen, so a bit of a weird thing to come across, I guess, but it's okay. So, with a minimum of 40 star medals collected, you can proceed here, but you can also unlock this stage. I mean, you could proceed even without unlocking this, but it only really makes sense to unlock the stage here with the medals that we have. So, let's go ahead and investigate World 5-3, see what is going to await for us here, and it is going to be a rail challenge. So these things are as old as time itself almost in terms of Mario games at this point. Rail-based platforms have been around so many of the games, and it's neat to see a little motion blur effects there, but we do have some new stuff as well. These pendulum platforms do add a little bit of variety to the gameplay here. We get ourselves a boomerang suit as our main item for this stage, which is alright. That is something we can take advantage of, because we can use it to knock out the power Goombas here, which is good. And, well, we could, except I'm kinda stupid, so I messed it up. But that is okay. And, well, not really a whole lot else to go with it. It's just these, I guess that's the thing with this game as a whole. Like, it's basically just all abstract blocks and stuff. There are very few stages in this game that are actual continuum sort of stages. Like they're not really worlds as much as they are just stages to with, you know, random elements to them, which does make this game feel a little bit less alive than the previous Mario games, if that makes sense. Also, Firefly was kind of nice here as well. That was a really late first star medal, by the way, just putting that out there. But it won't be too long until we get that second one, because we do have one of these rush sections here, which is fine. And, well, I just about messed it up because of trying to be too fancy here, so not so good on that front. And I did take a hit for that too, but whatever. Doesn't matter, all that matters is we have the star medal, and I do still have my Tanuki in reserve should I need to use that. So, with that done, we only have one more star medal to get. This platform will actually raise up compared to the other one, and you can see the star medal is down the bottom here, so we do need to be on this left hand path, and we need to rush up, I think, before it gets too far gone so that we can safely land on this platform here. And with that done, we can make our way to the goal, which is on the end of this pendulum. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the Tanuki here just so that I don't miss the goal, because it's one of those weird sort of forward perspective ones. I cannot quite tell exactly how far ahead of me it is, and the Tanuki just makes it so much safer to get the flagpole as a golden flag. So yeah, you do actually want to get all the golden flags if you wanted to have all the stars on your profile. I'm probably not going to end up doing that, because I think that means you've got to play through the game a second time. So I don't think we're going to do that, but I do want to try and get all the golden flagpoles that I can. Just because, you know, it's an added little bit to the game that doesn't really matter too much in the end. Like, if I don't get them, I won't cry over it, but I will probably redo the levels to get it, so whatever. Anyway, this has been Gamer Cow playing not Pokemon for once, so we're playing Super Mario 3D Land here, and next time we shall complete World 5. And yeah, half a world per video seems pretty reasonable for this. These videos are decently short compared to the other stuff anyway, so I think it works out fine. Till then, take care.